Space is the abstract being itself. Helena Petrovna Blavatsky.
Have you ever stopped to think about the space between your thoughts? In that silence between one idea and the next lies a secret as old as the universe itself. This is the absolute space, the eternal matrix where all things are born and to which everything returns. And what if I told you that understanding this space could transform your life? Yes, this concept can transform your life. The space of time we use to create and imagine, the interval between one thought and another, is the very same absolute space that divinity used to create all things. Each of us is a microcosm of the universe, becoming, as the Bible says, the image and likeness of God. Absolute space is not a place, nor is it a void. It is the silence before sound, the calm before the storm. Imagine the universe as a work of art. Absolute space is the blank canvas where the painter, the Logos, brings creations to life. Consider the space between the stars. It seems empty, but it is full of invisible forces that keep galaxies in order. Now, look inside yourself. What exists in the space between your thoughts? There, you find calm, intuition, and ideas. Just as space in the universe is essential for planets to move, the space in your mind is vital for clarity and creativity. Christians call it heaven. The Greeks associate it with primordial chaos, and modern science sees it as the quantum vacuum. From all these perspectives, space is the fertile ground for the birth of something new. Similarly, the space in your life, whether emotional, mental, or spiritual, is where transformation happens. If the universe is sustained by absolute space, what is sustaining you? Are you filling every moment with noise and distractions, or are you creating space for the new to flourish? This is the same space that Nikola Tesla described as a vibrant energy field, that Carl Jung saw as the womb of the collective unconscious, and that Albert Einstein demonstrated to be the flexible and dynamic structure of the universe. But what if this space were not just the backdrop of existence? What if it were a living force, a hidden intelligence that organizes and sustains everything we know?
The absolute cannot be defined. It is infinite and eternal space, the backdrop of all that exists. Helena Petrovna Blavatsky.
For Blavatsky, absolute space is the eternal and unchanging Parabrahman. It is not empty, but full of infinite potential. In her work, The Secret Doctrine, she teaches us that space is the primordial matrix, the fertile ground from which all manifestation emanates. Think about the silence in your life. How often has silence allowed you to reorganize your thoughts, find answers, or create something new? This silence, according to Blavatsky, is analogous to absolute space, a state of potential where transformation is possible.
If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla.
Tesla believed that space was not empty, but filled with an invisible, vibrant ether. For him, all creation, whether a machine or an idea, emerged by tuning into this universal energy. Tesla used to say that when you are focused and connected to what truly matters, it feels like ideas flow effortlessly, as if you are in harmony with something greater. Tesla would call this resonance with the universal ether. It is in this state that our best creations and solutions are born.
Your own inner space is where the mystery of creation is revealed. Carl Jung.
Jung brought the concept of space within ourselves. He believed that the collective unconscious was a vast internal ocean, a psychic space where the archetypes and universal experiences of humanity are stored. For him, this inner space was as real as the external cosmos. Jung advised us to reserve moments to explore our inner space through meditation, reflection, or simply being present. Just as absolute space sustains the cosmos, your inner space can sustain your emotional and spiritual evolution.
Space and time are not conditions in which we live, but modes in which we think. Albert Einstein.
Einstein revolutionized the way we understand space. He showed that space is not static, but dynamic, influenced by gravity and time. In his view, space is like a grand web where celestial bodies dance and interact. He advocated this thesis. In daily life, recognize that everything is interconnected. Just as the gravity of one planet can influence another, your actions and thoughts also shape the world around you. Now think, what if the space in your life were also a reflection of this cosmic space? What are you creating in the space between your choices? Just as the universe depends on this field to exist, your life also depends on the space you allow for yourself. Absolute space teaches us about the power of pause. In a world full of noise and pressure, finding moments of silence and contemplation can be the key to transformation. Try this. When facing a problem, don't try to solve it immediately. Take a step back, create a space between you and the challenge. In that interval, the solution often appears as a flash of inspiration. Theosophy invites us to see absolute space not as something distant, but as a living force acting both in the cosmos and within us. Space is where we find peace, creativity, and purpose. It is where we can connect with something greater than ourselves. Mystery and reflection. What happens when you contemplate silence, emptiness, or the space within and outside of you? Could those moments of introspection be doors to something deeper and eternal? Imagine standing under a starry sky, observing the vast space around you. Now, bring that sense of infinity within yourself. Notice how the external and internal spaces connect, creating a point of balance and clarity. Absolute space is not just a theosophical or scientific concept. It is an invitation to dive into the mystery of creation and discover your infinite potential.
Science not only uncovers truths about the universe, it shows us how small we are, but also gives us the key to understanding that we are part of something much greater. Albert Einstein.
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like and share it with your friends. Let's explore the mysteries of the cosmos and our own existence together.